Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the International School Dates Tournament, season number 5. All set for this first league encounter to get underway. This is a beautiful setting out here at the Somaya grounds. Lush green outfields and everything all set for a good game of cricket. The weatherman has given a forecast for a perfect game of cricket. And the captain of Cathedral. It's time to unveil the trophy. Here we go. Such a beautiful trophy. There you 28 teams are going to be fighting a battle out here. It's a great setting out here. Once again, a big welcome to all the viewers connected with us on YouTube. Behind this event organized by the International School Dates Tournament, a unique format. Yeah, may I request both the umpires, Maruti Shetty and Raju Birje, to turn to the center pitch for the toss of the match. Both the captains in all readiness.
11 plus 1. 6, 4, 5, 5. So what do I call them in this case? Exotic? This is head. Fine.
He's going to take the coin. Flip the coin and it is Piyush going to be. It is Piyush, you've won the toss for the remainder of the tournament. The due factor must.
Morning, whatever best we can extract out of the wicket.
And how's your team shaping up for this longest tournament?
So, very late. Yet we got like maybe 2 weeks of training before we could go into the games post Diwali. But yet, we're actually looking forward to it and privileged to be playing the very first game.
Yes, wishing your team the very best, and I'm sure that your team is such a good team that you'll soon get into the groove and play some excellent cricket. We have with us Ojas, you've lost the toss. Does it make any difference?
I know we would have batted first anyway because since there's outfield on there's due on the outfield, and we've got a few spinners in our team, so we don't want the white ball to affect their grip.
So how's your team preparation like for this longish wonderful event?
This is the first game we're playing as a team, but two of us have been playing around 8-10 games already into the season, so I think we are well prepared.
For both the captains, is it going to be a case of some early butterflies in the stomach?
Not really. There are always some butterflies. There need to be some butterflies.
Yeah, here's wishing both the captains the very best, and I'm sure that we're going to be having a cracker of a game first up. All the best, and yes, it's in the next 10 minutes we go live with the first ball.
All right. Thanks.
हम रेडी है क्या लाइव जाने को? And the 4 finalist teams from across both the groups will go to Talegaon at the DY Patil ground to play the grand finale. Thank you. तू येतोय ना माझ्याबरोबर? प्लेयर्सची नाव आता बॅट्समॅनची नाव तर सांगून ठेव. Yes, all set now. We are just about to get started with the inaugural game, the match between the Scottish Striking Stars and the Cathedral Knights. Piyush, the captain of Cathedral Knights, having won the toss, has elected to bowl first. As he mentioned at the time of the toss, that the dew factor really prompted him to decide to bowl first. This is the first league match, and I'm sure there will be some early butterflies in the stomach. But as we progress ahead into the match, I'm sure the nerves will settle down, and both the team players will really play their natural game, put their best foot forward to give us a cracker of a game. Such a beautiful setting out here at the Somaya ground in Sion. Wonderful, sporty, fresh wicket and lush green outfields. And this ground will look like a beautiful maiden, all decked up, especially under the lights. This is a longish tournament, a total of 28 teams in the free, a total of 68 matches to be played in the International School Dads tournament. The 28 teams have been divided into 7 groups for 4 teams each. Each and every team gets to play a bare minimum of 3 league matches, and the end of the league stage, the 8 teams that qualify for the quarterfinals will be divided into 2 groups, that is team challengers, tier challengers and tier champions. The quarterfinals and the semi-finals will be played at this very ground, and the grand finale will be played in Talegaon at the D.Y. Patil ground. This is the 5th edition, and each and every year this event seems to be getting bigger and better. Yes, this event presented by Zooter has indeed generated such a wonderful response over the last couple of seasons that more and more teams are vying to be a part of this event. Not easy to, get all the teams on board, but we are trying our best so that as many teams as possible, as many players as possible can be a part of this unique format. The winter season is just about setting in, and I'm sure that we will have wonderful climate right through the day. This is the inaugural day of the International School Dads Cricket Tournament. बॉलर कौन है?
राजू सर बोल रहे 38 बहुत लंबा लगा है।
Of Ojas and Karan to take first strike for the Scottish Striking Stars, having been invited to bat first. Viral Vora with the new ball in his hands, about to operate from the com box, and Vishal Vora about to bowl the first delivery in this tournament. The man on strike, Ojas. Be a loose delivery and dispatched to be disdain. थोड़ी सी खराब गेंद थी और सही अंजाम तक पहुंचाया। इस टूर्नामेंट का पहला चौका निकलता हुआ ओजस के बल्ले से। एक अच्छी शुरुआत, काफ़ी क्रिकेट खेलना बाकी है। एक हर्ष उल्लास का वातावरण, खुशनुमा माहौल सोमैया क्रिकेट ग्राउंड पर। एक शानदार आगाज होता हुआ इंटरनेशनल स्कूल डेड्स टूर्नामेंट का ये एडिशन नंबर 5 है, सीजन नंबर 5। बहुत ही ज़रूरी है कि विशाल इस नई गेंद के साथ शरारत कराए। थोड़ी सी छोटी सी गेंद, ओजस ने उस गेंद को भापा परखा और जाने दिया। हमारे दो अंपायर्स इस पहले मैच के लिए मारुति शेट्टी और राजू बिरजे, दो प्रोफेशनल सीजन अंपायर्स, मुंबई क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन से जुड़े हुए ये दोनों ही अंपायर्स। वाइड गेंद और बिल्कुल सटीक इशारा, एक एक्स्ट्रा रन खाते में जुड़ा उस सिंगल के साथ। रन संख्या अब बढ़कर 5 रनों पर। फिर से एक बार उसी तरह से स्विंग को कंट्रोल नहीं करते हुए विशाल, जिस तरह की बॉलिंग एक्शन है तो ज़्यादातर सीम पर पड़ने के बाद गेंद बाहर की तरफ निकलती हुई। बहुत ही ज़रूरी है कि विशाल जल्द से जल्द अपनी रिदम को स्ट्राइक करे। इस नए गेंद के साथ काफ़ी अच्छी गेंदबाजी करना बिल्कुल अनिवार्य है। फिर से एक बार उसी दिशा में और उसी तरह का वाइड गेंद का इशारा वहाँ पर। अपने स्विंग पर ठीक तरह से नियंत्रण नहीं कर पा रहे इस वक्त विशाल। A low full toss, nicely driven. That low full toss, never easy to get away with. Yeah, this is such a good start here. Lots of cricket left to be played in this game. For the first time in this tournament, it's going to be Karan now on strike, facing Vishal. Vishal bowling from the com box end. Yeah, Karan really gearing up to face the first ball of the season, the first ball in this wonderful tournament. Once again, a wide-ish delivery. Yes, he's not been able to control the swing here, Vishal. It's given away quite a few extra runs, but still early days. The encouraging sign for Vishal is that he's getting some good late swing, getting some good shape. Standing tall on that delivery, punching it away towards the point region. Off the mark here, Karan with a good looking shot. It is absolutely vital for both these batsmen as they start this season that they really get into the groups, spend some time at the wicket. That was a much better line and length there from Vishal, going for that big drive, playing it slightly uppishly, but not in any kind of danger. End of the first over, the scoreline reads 10 runs straight away into double digits here. After having been put into bat, it's a good start here. As far as the fielding team is concerned, I'm sure that they will have to make inroads because they won the toss and elected to bowl first. And really they would like to draw first blood and set the cat amongst the pigeons. Still early days. But yes, a nice and cool breeze blowing across the ground. Such a beautiful scene out here. The International School Dads Tournament indeed has the potential to be a blockbuster event. This is the 5th edition, and each and every year the kind of response that the Zoota company is getting towards this kind of a tournament is tremendous, and it's becoming all the more difficult for the organizers to, kind of accommodate all the teams, all the players. We are trying our level best, and I'm sure that if anybody can do it, it is Zoota. Yes, indeed. Congratulations to Zoota for designing such a unique format. Each and every year, every season, there's something new up the sleeve. Every year this season getting bigger and better. Slightly short in length, playing it uppishly, but a good connection.
सर बॉलर ने अभिजात है ना अभिजात
A couple easily taken. Abhijat to share the new ball, operating from the com box end. This time that low full toss, nicely driven, but straight to the man at the edge of the circle. A good piece of fielding. Although no runs were scored off that delivery, that kind of a connection will really do the confidence of the batsman a world of good. Once again a full toss delivery, this time a waist high full toss, and not such a good connection. The ball off the inner edge going away towards the wicket, fine leg region. Once again the couple easily taken. Yes, definitely if any new ball bowler is ready to bend his back or at least start to bowl in the right areas, there is definitely something in the wicket for the bowler. He's sure to get some good purchase, and the climate dynamics will also aid some swing bowling initially in the day, no doubt about it. Some extra late movement, a wide one being declared by the umpire. Hello. And coming off the blade of Karan, that was a hefty blow, nicely connected, no chance whatsoever. Up and over she goes, away she goes, the first 6 of the tournament. That big shot from Karan has really come so early in his innings. That will do his confidence a world of good. Karan looking to dominate the proceedings. Slightly short in length, much better. Happy to just play it with soft hands, just a flick of the wrist, playing it towards the square leg region. A single easily taken. Yes, indeed, the batting team off to a good start here. Lots and lots of cricket left to be played in this one. Slowly but surely getting into the groove, both the batsmen. Well timed, but straight to the man stationed at the edge of the circle. No chance for the batsman to even think of that single. End of the second over. The scoreline reads 22. Off to a handsome start here. The flip of the coin in favor of Cathedral Knights, having decided to bat first. Still looking for that early breakthrough here.
थैंक यू सर बॉलर एंड कंटिन्यू बॉलर कंटिन्यू विशाल
Vishal to continue from the com box end. Much better, getting some late movement, also much fuller. Yes, he will have to consistently strike in the channel of that corridor of uncertainty just around nicely lofted, playing it. Good piece of fielding. The man stationed in the deep to exactly cut that kind of a shot. Yes, so whenever Karan hits the ball, he can really pack a punch. A good timer of the cricket ball, and it's a good start here. He needs to capitalize on this good start. This good start needs to be converted into a big innings here. Good line and length, going for an almighty heave over the mid-wicket regions, playing that shot just a little too early, no connection whatsoever. The umpire having one good look at it in the end, giving it a wide one. The score now on to 28. Yeah, this is a dream start here for too wide. Vishal Vora has really not been up to the mark. This is the season opener for him. He's getting some good movement, but he needs to control the swing. He really needs to bowl wicket to wicket. He was gearing up to play that big shot. The ball coming in to the batsman, keeping just a little bit low. Through with his shot a little early off the inner edge. Comes into the pads, ricocheting off the pads. That single easily taken. In the block hole, much fuller this time, nicely driven. Yes, growing in confidence now, Ojas as well. The score at the end of 3 overs is a very healthy 32 runs for the loss of no wickets, off to a good start here. The Cathedral Knights looking for that first breakthrough, and once again to continue from the Combox end, the second over of his spell, it is Abhijat, the man on strike, Ojas. This is the inaugural match of the 5th edition of the International School Darts Tournament organized by Zooter. The ball coming into the batsman, getting on the top of it, a flick of the wrist, nicely played, that single easily taken. He is starting to grow in confidence and is really playing a tight game here. Definitely Karan the more aggressive of the two batsmen. Abhijat looking to get into his elements, starting to find his bearings. Standing tall on that one, nicely punching it away, but straight to the man, stationed at the edge of the circle. No chance for that single to be taken, but that was played so confidently. He's starting to look so good. He's almost middling each and every ball that he faces, Karan. That call was early from Ojas and nicely responded. whenever any batsman plays square of the wicket, it is invariably the man at the non-striker and who really takes the call. And when you play it in front of the batsman, that is when you play it straight down the ground in the V, it is the striker who takes the call for a quick run. Flicked away uppishly, the ball racing away, a man in hot pursuit, but the ball has enough gas on it to go past the boundary line. Nicely connected, making good use of the power play restrictions. A change in field now, one man sent into the deep at the mid-wicket region, and that man at longish mid-off comes into the circle. Ojas facing Abhijat. Full toss delivery, nicely driven, but could not play it into the gap straight to the man. But that single easily taken. End of the fourth over. The scoreline reads 39. The current run rate just a little less than 10 and over. Off to a brilliant start, all wickets in hand. A good partnership being stitched between Karan and Ojas. Just the kind of start that Ojas had really expected of his team. Ojas himself is a party to it. He's a part of the partnership. He's starting to grow in confidence. Change in bowling guard.
Thank you, sir. Bowler name Milen Zaveri.
It's going to be Milind Javeri now to bowl from the com box and operating with the semi-new ball. He definitely has the job cut out for him. He's coming into bowl at a very crucial juncture in this match and really needs to be right on the money at all times. Starts off with a full toss delivery, a man stationed in the deep, just a single added. With that single, the score now on to 40. Yeah, this is the season opener for most of the batsmen, and slowly but surely they will all get into the groove. Still early days, but it is absolutely paramount for the main players to get into the groove right from the word go. Each and every team gets to play 3 league matches in this uniquely designed cricket tournament. All credit to Zuta. They have done a fab job, and courtesy this wonderful event, so many people have really got back to the game of cricket. So many dads have started to play cricket again after a long gap. That is the kind of response generated by Zuta toward this International School Dads Tournament. This is the 5th season. Down the leg side, the umpires are so harsh on anything down the leg side. That is really the way the wide ball format goes. Even an inch down the leg side and the umpire will call it a wide one. So you got to be very careful with that extra, and the score now on to 42. Up and away she goes into the stands, gone, and really gone. That ball has really traveled miles and miles. Such a good connection, getting underneath the ball. That was a huge blow. And as I mentioned earlier, that Karan is indeed a powerful striker of the ball, and when he really hits the ball indeed stays it. He can pack a punch. With that 6, the score now on to 48. Nicely driven, placing it into the gap. Good timing as well. A man in chase will not be able to prevent that couple for sure. Definitely the momentum at this stage with the batting team off to such a good start here after having been invited to bat first. Ojas, the captain at the time of the toss, had mentioned that in any case he would have elected to bat first. So that toss really has no bearings on this match. It would all boil down to the kind of cricket that you dish out. Yes, indeed, the Somaya cricket grounds, one of the better cricket grounds in this part of Mumbai and definitely in the whole of the city. That low full toss, just turning it round the corner, Karan. Definitely the need of the hour for the fielding team is that they need to pick up a wicket. They need to break this partnership no matter what. Because both these players are now starting to play the big shots. They are growing in confidence, growing in stature. Down the leg side. It is absolutely great that all these dads have really come back to play this event after a long gap. Yes, some of the players have been playing consistently. Most of the players, I think, really practice hard for this event. Quite a few players in the lineup of all the teams have been playing cricket consistently, but quite a few of them had a break in cricket. But once this format was announced 5 seasons back, quite a few dads have really taken up to the game of cricket once again, and that really is the beauty of this. All credit to Zuta. Much better with his line and length. End of the over from Milind, and to continue his spell it's going to be Abhijat. Score at the end of 5 overs is 55, off to a great start here.
Continue.
A total of 28 teams in the fray. These 28 teams have been divided into 7 groups of 4 teams each. Each and every team gets to play a round robin. In this round robin league format, each and every team gets to play at least 3 matches. The quarterfinals and the semi-finals will happen at this very ground, and the grand finale will be happening at the D.Y. Patil ground at Talegaon. Once again, a warm welcome to the International School Dads Tournament 5.0, that is the 5th edition. All the dads so passionate about the game, really love the game of cricket and really try and put their best foot forward to play some exciting cricket in this tournament. There is stiff competition in this tournament. That's a cheeky shot, a smart shot. Nicely coming into a position, reading the length of the ball so early. That was almost a premeditated shot, but nicely executed. 4 precious runs added to the tally of Ojas. Takes the score for the team on to 60. What's your name? Yes, the young scorer alongside me in the comm box, Shravan, is doing a fantastic job. A big thank you to him as well. He's managing the digital scoring and the manual scoring to a nicety. Nicely played. That really will have to be one of the shots of the morning. Nicely played. Superb timing. The ball racing away towards the vacant fine leg region. Ojas now playing his natural game. He is really looking so confident now. Earlier at the start of the innings, it was Karan who was really going all hammer and tongs, but now that he's got his eye in, he is such a good partner to Karan, and both these batsmen now starting to flourish here. This is such a good sign here for the batting team. And on the other hand, as far as the fielding team is concerned, the Cathedral Knights, they'll have to be very, very careful. They really need to make sure that this team does not get off to a flyer. They're already off to a flyer, but they really need to put the brakes on here. That is the only option, and the only way at this stage to put the brakes on is to break this partnership, isn't it? See, initially he was struggling slightly, Ojas, but now that he's got his eye in, it's looking an altogether different player. Almost middling everything that is thrown at him, getting into a good position, and is playing an orthodox brand of cricket, and in between he's also playing some smart and cheeky shots. He's starting to make an impact now. 66 for no loss. The runs have really come in quick time. What a wonderful setting out here. This is the inaugural match of the 5th season of the International School Darts Tournament. It is off to a fantastic start here. The weather conditions simply outstanding at this time of the day. Ball keeping slightly low. Ends his over with a dot ball. The score line at the end of 6 overs is 67. Yes, the captain of the fielding team, Piyush, will have to marshal his resources very smartly. He's got to keep his thinking cap on at all times, because he's looking down the barrel of the gun at this stage, and he really needs to come back in this match. Pranay Jain now being introduced into the attack from the far end. Both these batsmen now looking so good. They have started to play the natural game. Initially, at the start of the innings, Ojas was slightly circumspect, but now that he spent some reasonable time at the wicket, is starting to grow in confidence and is almost middling each and every ball that is facing. On the other hand, definitely Karan has been in an aggressive mood right from the word go. He had made his intentions quite clear right from the word go. The onus on Pranav now to break this partnership to grab that first crucial wicket. Yes, Pranay, definitely one of the key links as far as the bowling brigade of the Cathedral Knights is concerned, and he really needs to come good out here. Some bowler really needs to put his hand up and come up with a devastating spell here, because at this stage the batting team is nicely placed for a wonderful tally on the board. That's a leg spinner in operation. Always such a good sight to watch any leg spinner operate. A good start here, straight away bowling into the business area. This will be interesting to see how both Ojas and Karan now really face a spinner. The ball coming slow through the air, slowly on the bat. That really will be a challenge for Karan and Ojas. Remains to be seen how they gear themselves to play the spinners. As far as his landing is concerned, he's been on the spot. The first two deliveries have been reasonably good ones. As far as the pitching is concerned, for any leg spinner, he could be a little expensive, but he can really be a match winner if he gets going. Much fuller, tossing the ball up, giving it the due respect, Karan. Much shorter in length, ample time for Karan to go onto the back foot and just play it away towards the deepish mid-on region. A piece of fumble in the deep, resulting in a boundary there. Yes, it is absolutely vital that the fielders of any team really, they need to put in a 100% effort and back the bowlers. In this kind of a T20 format, in this kind of a longish tournament, the team that fields better will have a brighter chance to make it to the quarterfinals and the semi-finals and the grand finale. Fielding will absolutely be the key factor. Such a wonderful initiative, the International School Darts Tournament, generating a fantastic response in the city of Mumbai. This unique format designed by Zuter. Getting into a good position, one bounce to the fielder, could not control that movement. Once again, not such a good piece of fielding, resulting in a boundary. Runs coming in thick and fast. With that boundary, the score now races on to 80 runs, 80 for no loss. Off to a stellar start here, an absolutely stunning start here. Piyush, the captain who won the toss, might just be wondering whether the decision that is taken at the time of the toss is the right one. Still quite some cricket left to be played in this match. The body language really needs to be positive, and the fielders and everybody really need to cheer up each other. Somebody's got to make some noise out there. The shoulders cannot drop so early in the match. You guys are still in with a chance. Lots of cricket left to be played. You got to exhibit some extra energy on the field. The new bowler now from the far end, Ryan. Ryan to bowl to Karan. $81 for no loss at the end of 7 overs. Off the wicket, that ball really came in good pace, thudding into the gloves of the wicketkeeper, but the line not so good. 82. 82. He's missed it. That was an opportunity to send Karan back to the hut. That was pretty much a regulation catch, but unfortunately not able to hold on to the ball. A life being presented to the hard-hitting Karan, and I am sure now that he's been presented with a life, he would really like to capitalize on this life and play a big innings here. That could have been the first wicket, but nothing to show in the wickets column. A missed opportunity. The man on strike now, Ojas, facing Ryan for the first time in this season. Nicely driven, going down on his knees, a carpet drive all along the ground. Ojas has really dropped anchor and is really looking to play a long innings. He would really like to stay at the wicket for a long time. He's gone through the grind, he's done a lot of hard work, and now he's reasonably set, and now that he's got his eye in, they really need to stay at the wicket and play a long innings. It is absolutely vital for the batting team that their premier batsmen get into the groove quite early in the tournament. This is the longest tournament. 68 matches to be played in this International School Dads tournament. This is season number 5. The semi-finals, the quarter-finals, the semi-finals will be played on this very ground, but the grand finale for the champions tier and for the challengers tier, both the grand finales will happen in Talegaon at the D.Y. Patil Stadium. Yes, this International School Dads tournament is indeed becoming a huge rage in the city of Mumbai and around. We really need to give so much of credit to Zoota for this wonderful initiative. This time into the gap, a boundary easily taken, runs coming in thick and fast. At this stage, both these batsmen are really making merry, almost making a mockery of the bowling attack of Cathedral Knights. Dominating the proceedings, no end here. The Scottish striking stars, they are really striking hard, aren't they? Yeah, this is one of his pet shots. A good piece of fielding there. End of the first over from Ryan. The score at the end of 8 overs is 90 for no loss. Can both these batsmen register the first century unbeaten partnership? Remains to be seen. Just 10 runs short of that unbeaten 100-run opening partnership. The matches that are really being played today will set the tone for the remainder of the tournament. A total of 3 matches to be played in today's day. This is the first one. The Cathedral Knights versus the Scottish strikers, the Stars. Down the leg side, nicely getting into a good position. Good timing and the placement absolutely spot on. That loose delivery had a boundary written all over it in bold letters. Yes, definitely in the driver's seat at this stage. The Scottish striking stars well and truly on their way towards posting a handsome tally on the board. The Cathedral Knights team will have to be slightly careful here. They need to get things under control. They need to put the brakes on. Piyush will have to keep his thinking cap on at all times. He'll have to keep shuffling his bowlers. He needs to make sure that as far as the fielders are concerned, the right men are posted in the right areas. And the key factor is that the bowlers really need to bowl to the field set for themselves. This time a reverse shot. That was a half chance but nicely timed. What a confident looking Ojas now. Slightly circumspect initially, but he's playing an absolutely stunning innings out here.
अभी 9 चालू है. So, thank you.
Ojas Mehta is on to 48 runs of just 26 balls. On the other hand, Karan is on to 36 of 25 balls. 9 boundaries for Ojas in this inning so far and 2 boundaries for Karan alongside 2 sixers that is also hit. Ojas Mehta now just 1 run short of the first half century in this International School Deads Tournament, season number 5. The man on strike at this stage, Karan, playing so wonderfully well. He's on to 36 of just 25 balls. Pranay bowling from the far end with his leg spinners. Nicely driven back to the bowler. A slight fumble, but no harm done. Well flighted, converting that flighted delivery into a full toss one, hoisted over the mid-wicket region for a 6. Well timed, such a good connection. He's such a powerful hitter of the cricket ball, and when he really hits the ball, when he really times the ball, it indeed travels a long way. With that 6, the score now on to 105, 100 runs up on the board in good time, and yes, that is the first unbeaten 100-run opening partnership registered in this tournament, and this kind of a record being set in the very first match, that is the inauguration match, is such a good thing here for the tournament, setting the benchmark here. In this kind of a tight situation now, when they are looking down the barrel of the gun in dire straits, the fielding team captain Piyush will have to think out of the box here. He cannot wait for things to happen. He needs to get on his feet. He needs to really shuffle his bowlers. He needs to make things happen out here. This is a fab start here for the batting team. The score at the end of 9 overs, 105 for the loss of no wickets. Off to a fantastic start here, setting the benchmark. The first unbeaten 100-run partnership being registered here by the opening duo of the Scottish strikers. The Scottish striking stars off to a dream start here. Ojas Mehta and Karan in the thick of things. The opening batsmen, both of them seem to be in good touch. They are in their elements and are now looking to dominate the proceedings no end. Right from the word go, Karan was looking aggressive. Initially, Ojas was a little tentative, but now he's looking much more confident.
11-run challenge.
And Ojas has now really taken the onus on himself to play the big shots, to score the quick runs. Both these batsmen now playing the attacking game. Can you? We are following the ICC rules. So yes, you got to make sure that you accomplish your 20 overs in your stipulated time frame of 90 minutes. We are following the ICC regulation. Nicely played into the gap, no chance whatsoever, nicely timed. That's the half century for
It's a challenge over. They have taken a 11-run challenge. 49. If they score the 11 runs, they'll get 22. Otherwise, it's a maiden over.
It's a challenge over, and the target that they have really set for themselves is 11 runs. Once again, nicely played. We'll have to wait and watch for the umpire signal. That's a no ball, and 7 runs being added. So that target of 11 runs has already been accomplished because that was a challenge over. The runs will be doubled. Yes, so once again for all the viewers, I'm sure that quite a few teams out of the 28 must be watching this match live. You got to complete your stipulated quota of 20 overs in a time frame of 90 minutes. So you got to be careful. Please make sure we're going to be following this rule absolutely strictly.
4 no balls is Ojas not up. Not being dot Ojas not don't dot करते. No balls is Ojas. 127.
The score at this stage at the end of the challenge over is 127 for no loss.
Thank you, sir. Pranay Jain, continue.
Pranay Jain to continue from the combox end. Ojas Mehta has registered the first half century in this edition, off to a brilliant start, the captain of the Scottish striking stars. Karan at this stage is playing on 42 and Ojas on to 59 unbeaten runs. Nicely leading into the shot, playing it slightly on the rise, a good connection. Yes, it is obvious now that Karan has slightly taken over the secondary role. He's trying to give the lion's share of the strike to Ojas, who is looking more aggressive now. A good strategy, wanting to spend much time at the wicket, wanting to play a big innings. Karan has put a price on his wicket. He's already been presented with an opportunity. He's got a life and he's trying to capitalize on the gift that has been given. It was too full, could not get underneath the ball, but nicely driven towards that extra cover region. A single easily taken. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. $130 for no loss. Well timed, putting bat to ball, just giving it the direction. The placement was absolutely spot on. A couple easily taken. With that couple, the score now on to 132. Both the batsmen on a rampage here.
The one.
Fetching that ball from outside the off stump. Good timing, playing it with a cross bat. That is one of his favorite shots. A good connection, piercing the man in the deep. A boundary added to the tally. With that boundary, the score now on to 136. Ojas on to 66. He's got a chance to try and get to the triple run mark, the century. He's in with a big chance here, Ojas. Trying to walk into that shot that was bowled slow through the air. 1 run added in the form of a leg by. Yes, Ojas is well set now. He's already on to 66. There's a big chance for him to accomplish that individual century. I'm sure that he's not looking at individual goals. All that really matters for Ojas is to put a fantastic tally on the board and try and win this inaugural match to get those first points on the board and straight away get into a good position. Yes, both these batsmen are really playing an aggressive brand of cricket. They're playing positively. Just the kind of batsmanship that a T20 format would demand. And both these batsmen now living up to the expectations. There was huge responsibility on the shoulders of both Ojas and Karan, and they have really lived up to the expectations brilliantly. Mihir now being brought into the attack from the com box, bowling with a longish run up. Mihir. Definitely team Cathedral Knights have their backs to the wall, but still they have that capacity and the arsenal to get back into the game. Shot lane delivery. A man in the deep will be happy with just a single. A much defensive field now set for both these batsmen. Yes, we have already seen a few fireworks in this opening match, quite early in the opening match. They have really played an aggressive brand of cricket. Both these players, good timers of the cricket ball. Well bowled by Mihir. Wanting to play a big shot, but slightly early with his shot. That head slightly in the air. not so well balanced at the time of executing that shot. Nevertheless, a single added. High and handsome over the deep square leg region, just what the doctor ordered. With that blazing 6, the score now on to 145. It's raining boundaries and sixes here at the Somaya ground in the inaugural match of the International School Darts Tournament. This is edition number 5. Ojas is on to 73. Yes, indeed, the only bone of contention at this stage is whether Ojas can get past the individual triple figure mark. He's in with a big chance. He cannot throw it away now. For a moment, the bowler was in the danger zone. Good piece of fielding by the man in the deep. A good pickup and a swift return as well. The batsman happy with just a single. That was powerful hit. And Mir had to duck underneath the ball. That's a loose delivery and sent it in the right direction. One more 6 off the blade of Ojas, literally making merry at this stage, toying with this bowling attack of the Cathedral Knights. The shoulders are dropping here for the fielding team. What a blazing start, off to such a fantastic start here. Big foundation has been laid and it's going to be fireworks all the way now. Score.
153.
The scoreline at the end of 12 overs reads a handsome 153 runs. Ryan to bowl from the com box end. Ryan Rodrigues at the top of his mark here. The man on strike, the flamboyant Karan. What a shot there. Playing that shot on the front foot. That was shot in length. A good free-flowing swing of the bat. A blazing boundary, and with that Karan has accomplished his individual 50 as well. So both these opening batsmen have registered half centuries in the inaugural match. Things have not worked to the plan for Piyush Meghani. He's got the job cut out for him. But yes, definitely Piyush has got depth in his batting, and I'm sure that his team will really fight, try and fight till the very end, try and make a match out of this. In this kind of a league format, it is very essential that you win your initial matches and take those precious points on the board. As far as the net run rate is concerned for the batting team, it is superbly placed. Nicely driven. Yes, Pranay is such a good fielder, an absolute safe fielder. Pranay. The batsman happy with just a single. That single takes the score to 158. Ojas on to 80. Yes, is in with a big chance to score a century. And if he does so, he will have set such a huge benchmark in the opening match. Getting some odd bounce there, but nicely negotiated. Know whether this is already a record here. This time misses out, the ball keeping slightly low. That was a chance. He got his hands to the ball but could not hold on to it. High and handsome, up and over the head of the man in the deep. A six off the blade of Karan, and with that six, Karan moves on to 58 and the team score on to 177. Both these batsmen now going all hammer and tongs. They are playing an explosive brand of cricket. Both the batsmen now wanting to play an aggressive shot to each and every ball. Straight to the man in the deep at deep mid-off. That single easily taken. With that single, the score now on to 178. Ojas playing on 91, taking guard now. This time a miscued hit, but there is no man in the deep. Enough gas on it to go past the boundary line. With that boundary, Ojas moves on to 95. Just a hit away from that record-breaking century. Just 44 balls that is faced for his 95. Yes, he's on the verge of a superb milestone, knocking on the doors of a brilliant century here. He's almost got his foot in. Can he open the door to that century? Nicely bowled, the ball keeping slightly low off the inner edge. With that single, the score for the team now on to 183 and 96 for Ojas. Ojas on to 96, just a boundary away from that scintillating century. This is more than a dream start. Vishal being brought back into the attack. Vishal to bowl from the combox end. This is more than a dream start because I just imagine that not even their wildest of wild dreams, either of these batsmen would have really expected this kind of a start in the inaugural match. This is more than living up to the expectations. Ojas on to 96. Goodness me, what a moment in time here. Wanting to play a cheeky shot, we'll have to be careful here. That was much slower to the air. On to 96 of 45 balls here. Ojas on strike. This time one bounce straight to the man at deep square leg. That single takes Ojas to 97. (183). Vishal bowling to Karan now. Not such good timing. Fortunately for Karan, there was not such good timing in it. If it had to have good timing, it would have gone straight down the throat of the fielder posted in the deep. Fortunately for him, no harm done. A single added. That single takes the score to 185. 185. Ojas on 97, facing Vishal. Yes, turning it away around the corner, and as he's indeed achieved that milestone, the first triple figure mark, the first century registered by the captain Ojas in the inaugural match. This is setting a huge benchmark. What a milestone accomplished by Ojas. This is more than a dream start. An absolute fairy tale start to the tournament for Ojas and Karan. Wow, the first century registered in the first match by the first batsman who is taken guard today. Yes, a lot of records will be set in this tournament. A lot of records will be tumbling. But yes, this kind of an innings will create that buzz in the air as far as all the 28 teams are concerned. Quite a few players are watching this match live on YouTube, and they will also now be excited about this whole event. It goes without saying that this batting pair has really been superb. They have really been outstanding. They have been too good for the bowling attack. 191 at the end of 15 overs. So once again, I would really like to mention that you got to complete your quota of 20 overs in a time frame of 90 minutes allotted to you. I'm sure that Piyush has an eye on the clock. This is a fresh wicket. This is the season opener. Yes, a lot of credit to the groundsman for having created such a wonderful pitch. That main center plot has around 6 to 7 pitches. Yeah, this pitch has really got something in it for everybody. If a bowler is ready to bend his back, I'm sure that he will get some good purchase off the wicket. And if it's a quality spinner, if he's got that loop going for him, he could be a threat as well. So there is something in this wicket for everybody. This is a fresh wicket and definitely has some juice in it. Karan, the man on strike. Pranay bowling to Karan, and what a shot on the rise, piercing the man in the deep. No chance whatsoever to cut that one. With that boundary, the score now on to 195 and Karan now on to 65. The bone of contention now is whether this batsman can post that double century unbeaten partnership. That would be a huge, huge milestone. Can they get to that double century unbeaten partnership? High and Handsome has taken the height and the distance as well. Up she goes, away she goes into the mid-on fence. That would have been a 6 on most international grounds. This man is a powerful hitter of the ball. He really does pack a punch. That would have been at least 102 meters short, at least 102 plus. That would have been a sixer on most international grounds. That was hit so powerfully. Yes, both these batsmen have now registered the first unbeaten 200-run partnership in the very first match. Records are tumbling out here. History is being created. New benchmarks being set. Off to a cracker here. The International School Darts Tournament 5.0. A loose one. We'll have to wait and watch. In with a chance, but not such a good effort there. That's a 6. That 6 takes the score to 207. Karan on to 77. Maybe even he could accomplish his century. He's in with a chance. If he wants to get anywhere close to his century, I'm sure that the lion's share of the strike has to be taken by Karan. In with a chance, the kind of batting that he's dishing out, we could see one more player getting to a century. He's going all hammer and tongs. He's playing a superlative innings here. With that single, he moves on to 78. We are into the 16th over. 24 legal deliveries yet to come after this one. In with a chance, even Karan now. Records are tumbling in a hurry in this inaugural match. Off to such a fantastic start here, the International School Darts Tournament. That single brings Karan back on strike. No. They are all game for that second run to be taken. "210 runs on the board. The final ball to come in this 16th over. Ojas, the man on strike. That full toss ball nicely timed away. One more boundary added to the score. Runs coming in thick and fast. It is raining boundaries and sixers out here at the Somaya Cricket Ground. Once again, a warm welcome to all the viewers connected with this International School Darts Tournament organized by Zoota. This is edition number 5, that is season number 5. A big thank you to all the viewers connected with YouTube. This is just the start of the tournament, and I'm sure that your support and patronage will be with Zoota right through this event. A total of 68 matches to be played in this tournament. 2 teams will play the grand finale as far as the champions tier is concerned, and the other 2 teams will be playing the grand finale of the challengers tier. Both the finals will be played in Talegaon at the D.Y. Patil ground. The score at this stage, 214. Vishal to bowl from the far end. The man on strike, Karan. Karan is on to 78 of just 46 balls. What a shot. Good timing. He really launched himself into that shot. Miles and miles over the mid-wicket fence. With that 6, the score for Karan on to 84. The team on to 220. They can even get to that 250, and even Karan can get to that century. New targets being set by both these batsmen. They are setting individual targets. They are setting individual goals for the team. In the very first match, the first half of this inaugural match has been a record creating innings here. It's becoming a tough ask to keep a record of how many boundaries and sixes both these batsmen have hit. This time a much better length delivery, could not get underneath the ball, could not get that desired elevation. Nevertheless, nicely driven downtown, a single added. With that single, the score for the team on to 221, and Karan now on to 85, having faced 48 balls with the help of 4 boundaries and 6 towering sixes. 7 towering sixes. At least 4 of the sixers would have been a 6 on any ground. Yes, the first wicket in the kitty of the Cathedral Knights on his way back to the pavilion after having played such a fantastic innings here. Ojas Mehta nodding his head, not happy. That was kind of a soft dismissal for Ojas. And that catch was taken by the captain. Took the catch off his counterpart, but Ojas, the captain, has already inflicted so much of damage on the psyche of the Cathedral Knights. Yes, definitely has inflicted so many dents on the psyche of Cathedral Knights. It will not be so easy for the Cathedral Knights to come out of this kind of a scenario. But you never know. Cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. No match is over till the last wicket is taken or till the last run, that is a winning run, is scored. So you never know. A left-handed batsman walks in at the crucial number 3 spot. The foundation has been laid, and I'm sure that the captain has really given him the license to go for the kill right from the word go. With the number 44 jersey, the left-handed batsman gearing himself to face Vishal. Preet Singh, the new batsman, facing Vishal. His team is nicely poised. Can it get to the 250 run mark, and can Karan post that century? Nicely getting behind the ball, putting his head down off the mark straight away. The new man in Preet, the man on strike now, Karan. Karan is on to 85. The team Scottish Strikers Stars on to 222. The Nelson mark. The Nelson mark, that is 111, 222, 333, always reminds all of us of the legendary umpire Dickie Shepherd. He always used to hop a couple of times whenever any team was on the Nelson mark. He used to say that the hops that he takes on the ground are to prevent any ill luck for the team. Nicely timed. A smart shot, that couple easily taken. With that couple, the score now on to 224, and Karan now on to 87, having faced 50 balls with the help of 7 sixes and 4 boundaries. You have to get your quota of 20 overs accomplished in your time frame of 90 minutes. We are following this regulation, this ICC regulation very strictly. And it's going to be Mihir to bowl now from the far end. Preet Singh, the man on strike. Nicely played, but straight to the man at short covers in that single saving position. Change in pace, converting that fuller length delivery into a full toss, walking into that shot. A man posted in the deep, that single nicely taken, the strike back with the hard hitting Karan. Yes, Karan is on the verge of creating history here. This is a big chance for Karan to get his century in the very first match of the season. That would be a wonderful feat. On to 87, 13 runs short of the triple figure mark. That has really gone up in the air. It hasn't traveled the distance. A missed opportunity there. It would have been curtains for Karan, but fortunately, he really lives on. He lives on to script a fairy tale out here. That was a straightforward chance. It was a regulation catch. Good piece of fielding by the man posted at the edge of the 30-yard circle. Happy with just a single. That single takes Karan on to 90. The Scottish striking stars on to 228. We are into the 18th over. A total of 14 balls to come in the innings of the Scottish stars. That was slow through the air. Had to wait for the ball to come onto the bat, but nicely opening the face of the bat. Not such good fielding. A pretty ordinary effort there, enabling the batsman to scamper home for that second run as well. With that couple, the score now on to 230. Can the team get past the 250 run mark? And can Karan get to that century? Well bowled, watching the batsman stepping out, shortened the length of the delivery. This is good thinking, and Preet Singh back home quite comfortably. No harm done. The score at the end of 18 overs for the Scottish striking stars is 232 for 1. The man now about to face the first ball in the penultimate over is Karan, and Karan is on to 90 runs off 52 balls, in with a big chance. It remains to be seen whether the team can reach the 250 run mark, and even more interesting is the fact whether Karan can get to that century. Ojas Mehta, the captain, has already scored a stellar century, and now it's up to Karan, in with a big chance. He's got to make the most out of it. He cannot miss it from here on now. Abhijat to bowl from the far end now. Off to a rollicking start here. The International School Darts Tournament season number 5, presented by Zooter. A big thank you to all the viewers connected with us on YouTube. Will they go for that second run? A slight fumble, and yes, that single easily taken. With that couple, the score for Karan now on to 190, on to 92. The team on to 234. What an innings this has been from Karan. He made his intentions absolutely clear right from the word go. He was in an attacking mood. He's really meant business today morning. He's come out well prepared and has executed his plans to a nicety. This time off the inner edge. He's decided to sprint for that second run, and he's home safely. Slightly tired. With that couple, the score on to 94 with the number 4 jersey. One of the leading top order batsmen for the Scottish striking stars in brilliant touch. What an innings this has been. Absolutely marvelous. Driven downtown, all along the ground. Yes, he needs to continue. He seems to be a little tired, but that history creating moment will really be a big source of motivation for him. He really cannot let it go from here on. He needs to come up with that blazing century. He's done all the hard work. He's gone through the grind, and this is one of the biggest opportunities for him to register a century. Off the pads. The umpire not interested one bit. That was a leg by. There was more of enthusiasm rather than conviction in that appeal. That leg by brings Karan back on strike. Karan is on to 95, just one hit away from that century. Can he get it? Everybody on the edge of the seats. Nicely punched away. That is one of his trademark shots. Planting his front foot forward and playing it through the line on the up. 238. I think both the milestones would be accomplished. The 250 run mark for the team and the century for Karan definitely on the cards. Absolutely possible at this stage. Smart running between the wickets. He's really shown some great stamina, Karan. Not just a powerful hitter of the ball, but his shot selection has really been wonderful. He seems to be a smart cricketer, an intelligent cricketer. He's just taking a moment or two to settle down, to regather his thoughts. What an innings this has been. He cannot let it go away. He needs to come up with that blazing century. He is just 4 runs away from that century. The final 6 balls to come in this innings. 4 runs to accomplish that century. 9 runs required for the team to get past that 250 run mark. What a start here. This is a fairy tale start here for the Scottish striker stars. They lost the toss, but as Ojas mentioned at the time of the toss that he would have batted first in any case if he had to win the toss. So the toss really has no bearing on the result of the match. Ryan Rodericks to bowl the final 6 balls from the far end at the top of his mark. The man on strike gearing himself for a big shot. Karan on to 96. Nicely played on the up, but only a single. 5 balls to go. 3 runs to get to the century. 8 runs for the team to go past the 250 run mark. The new man in at the crucial number 3 spot. Preet Singh on strike, the left-handed batsman facing Ryan. Will he take that single and give the strike back to Karan, or will he play the big shot? Not such good thinking. While will be a little tensed here now, Karan. Something cheeky. He's a tired man. He's on to 98. Everybody watching this match wants Karan to score that century. Only time will tell. 3 balls to come in this final over. Yes, he needs to take the single. He needs to take the single. The team is so well placed that he's got the liberty to just take a single and give the strike back to Karan. Two balls to the final ball to come. Karan is on to 98. Can he get to the century? The final ball to come in this innings. Karan is on to 98. The team is on to 245. And a dropped catch. Only a single added. They might as well go for that second run. This is so cruel. Not being able to get to that century. It is all over. Coming back to the pavilion after having scored 99 runs. That first run should have been taken quite fast. Not able to get to that century. Nevertheless, what an innings from the blade of Karan. He will come back to the pavilion amidst a standing ovation, no doubt about it. Each and everybody in the camp of the Scottish striker stars will stand up and applaud this kind of a feat from Karan. Karan was slightly tired towards the end of his innings, and we all can understand it. That really cost him the century. He was exhausted. wonderful piece of organization. Thank you.
Slightly tentative, but once you got your in, you got your eye and you took the onus on yourself to play the big shots.
Yeah, the wicket is good. I mean, we always knew that it's the beginning of the season and it's a fresh wicket, so it's a hard wicket. The dew on the field, I knew the ball would come onto the bat. The bowlers were slightly slow to begin with, that's why I couldn't find the timing initially. But then once we got used to the pace, then it was just getting runs and hitting the gaps and getting the runs.
And the kind of partnership that you stitched with Karan, that was fabulous. And even Karan really came up with a splendid innings. Unfortunately, could not go past the triple figure mark.
No, that's what. So when I got my 100, I told him that it's an achievement for me. Getting 100 before Karan choke is like, it's very special, because otherwise, if you see him, he's really an aggressive batsman, and you expect him to get that 100 before me. But yeah, it's fun batting with him. I've been batting with him wherever we play together. We open together. So I know him, he knows me, and we complement each other very well. So that works for us.
Well said. And this is one of the better kind of formats organized by the ZOOT, the International School Dads Tournament. We are into season number 5, and each and every year this event seems to be getting bigger and better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, congratulations to Sushrut for handling this and taking this to the level which he's got to. Really commendable, and really enjoy playing these tournaments.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man is going to be flying to Australia to play cricket. He plays with the likes of Praveen Tambe, Romesh Pawar, Abhi Kuruvilla. So just a word or two about the Australian cricket tour.
Yeah, so this is the team. Bullmongs is a bunch of cricketers, ex-cricketers we used to play together in the past. So we've come back together on the field, and it's very enjoyable. So we've planned a tour to Australia. We'll be playing 4 games in Melbourne, and then have a holiday there for 3-4 days in Sydney, and then come back.
Thank you. Enjoy your cricket tour, and your team is off to a good start. Here's wishing you all the very best for a rollicking season. Keep going.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, इनका 99.
हाँ, करण सर उनको बोल दो.
You can come for an interview, no? Have with us the opening batsman of the Scottish striking stars, who unfortunately could not go past that 100-run mark, but that was an absolutely blinder of an innings. It really broke my heart to see that you could not accomplish your century. I was rooting for you, and that was a fantastic start here. In the initial part of the innings, you were the more aggressive of the batsmen, but once Ojas got his eye in, you decided to play the second fiddle. So just take us through that wonderful innings of yours.
First of all, the wicket was absolutely gorgeous to bat on. Ojas, I batted with him, I've played with him before. We've always got 60s, 70s. This time we both were set for 6 overs. We both were like, you know what, let's take it in the 10th over, then let's take it in the 13th over, and then 15th, and so on. And the beauty about our partnership was when I accelerated, he played the second fiddle, and vice versa. So yeah, it didn't feel like, we weren't even tired in the middle. It was, he's a delight to bat with.
So the milestone partnership that both these guys achieved is, he's really told us the key that they really set small-term goals, and after each and every 3 to 5 over slot, they again re-strategized. I think you got tired towards the end, and that is what cost you the century.
So basically they started bowling a lot of slow balls, and Ojas and me ran also a lot. I was playing for 20 overs. Obviously the tiredness kicks in, and yeah, it's okay. Milestones really don't matter as long as the team is winning. That's what really matters.
Well done, and off to a great start. Here's wishing you the very best for a wonderful season.
Thank you.
All the best.
From Pawan is just about perfect. Bowling from the corner of the crease, getting some good purchase of the wicket. He is putting in a lot of effort in his delivery stride. This inaugural match is the match between two teams placed in Group D. Ball coming into the ribcage of the batsman. 247 runs to win this one. A huge ask, but yes, they'll have to try and get as close as possible to the target. Making a good use of the new ball here, Pawan. Nicely played on the rise, through the line. Bhavik off the mark. I'm sure this opening bowler will really want this new ball to talk. It is absolutely vital that he really makes good use of this new ball. This new ball really needs to be made accounted for. Quite a strong bowler. Strong shoulders, and there you can see in the delivery stride he puts in a lot of effort. He really likes to bang the ball in. More of a bang-in bowler rather than a swing bowler. Makes good use of his height. Yeah, it's a delightful sight to watch the ball carry into the gloves of the wicketkeeper with this kind of a good pace. He seems to have found early rhythm here, Pawan. Maybe there was a nick in it. That should have been easily taken. That was a regulation catch, but unfortunately not able to hold on to the ball. Nevertheless, such a tidy over comes to an end. Off to a good start here. And it's going to be Sunil Punjabi to operate with the new ball from the combox end. And it's going to be the left-handed batsman Bhavik to take strike against Punjabi. Yes, so with his off spinners off to a good start here, straight away landing the ball in the business area. Playing it uppishly, but was intentional, no harm. That first run nicely taken. With that single, the score now on to 4 runs. A mountain to climb, 247 runs to win this match. At this stage, both these batsmen really do not have to look at the target. They just need to play a proper brand of cricket, orthodox cricket, get their eye in, treat the bowling on its merit in the initial stages, and then once they spend some time at the wicket is the time when they start to play their natural game. Quite wide outside the off stump, the right call, 1 extra run added to the tally in the form of a wide. Interesting to see a spinner being introduced into the attack so early, bowling with the new ball, bowling his off spinners. Slightly short, turned away round the corner, good wristy work. Yes, indeed, so well placed here, the Scottish striking stars. Going for the big shot. The head wasn't absolutely still at the time of playing that shot. Yes, the man at deep mid-off comes into the circle, and the man at mid-on goes back to deep mid-on. Nicely punched away, but straight to the man in that single saving position in that point area. The score at the end of the first 2 overs is a sedate 6 runs. To continue his spell, it is Pawan to bowl from the combox end. Very well bowled, ideal length. The ball leaving the batsman just a wee bit is really making this new ball talk, asking questions consistently with the new ball. Is bending his backhand, in returns is getting some good purchase off the wicket, off to a good start. It's great to see that one of your frontline bowlers is in good form. Trying to find early rhythm here, Pawan. There's some change in pace, playing it uppishly. A couple of bounces to the fielder in the deep. That was change in pace, that was a slow one. The ball hurrying on to the batsman. He's more of a bang-in bowler, does not rely too much on swing, but he really gets some good bounce off the wicket. He's got some good seam presentation. More often than not is able to land the ball on the seam. Pawan. This time much fuller in length, nicely played into the vacant extra cover region. The first boundary off the blade of Bhavik takes the score to 11 into double digits. 11 here, the Cathedral Knights. They really need to have that self-belief that yes, indeed, we can get past the 246 run mark. Playing it up pastely, but no harm done. The ball flying away towards the deep third man region. There was some room on offer, but not so well timed. Opening the face of the bat at the very last moment. That was a full length delivery, playing it up pistly into the gap. Good timing, the placement absolutely spot on. This time a boundary to the credit of the right-handed batsman Ankit. Slightly expensive in his second over, Pawan. Both these batsmen now making their intentions clear. The score at the end of 3 overs is 16 for no loss. All wickets in hand. A change in bowling guard. After that good, decent, tidy over, Punjabi has been held back and it is now Vinod to bowl from the combox end. Ojas shuffling his bowlers. He's got the luxury to try all his bowlers today morning. He's got the luxury. He's got the cushion of defending 246 runs. This is a huge ask. And I'm sure that Ojas would be wanting all his main bowlers to have a go. Would really like to give them a little bit of practice so that they get into the groove before the second league match. Very well bowled. Making the ball move away from the left-handed batsman. That action of his will naturally take the ball away from the left-handed batsman. A nice and easy run up. Standing tall on that one. Straight to the man at point. No chance for the batsman to cross over for a single. The score remains stationary on 16. Plays it up pastely, making use of the power play restrictions. The ball winning the race in the end, had enough steam on it to go past the boundary line. One more boundary to the credit of the left-handed batsman Bhavik. The score moves on to 20. I think the bowler Vinod should be slightly encouraged with the kind of shots that Bhavik is playing. He's got a chance to get his man here. And the block hole, he's got his man. A good change in length. Beaten with the length, beaten in pace, gets his man. The first wicket falls for the Cathedral Knights. Could not bring his bat down in time, Bhavik, and is taking that sorry walk back to the hut. A good breakthrough by Vinod, the first man going back to the pavilion. Yes, the left-handed batsman replaced by the left-handed batsman again. It's the captain Piyush. Clean bowled him. That wasn't such a good delivery. Definitely wasn't a wicket-taking delivery, but he's got his man and he's now on a hat-trick here. The captain going back to the pavilion without having troubled the scorers. This is not such a good start here. A fantastic start to the defense here for team Scottish strikers. Two top order batsmen back in the hut. Yes, definitely as far as their defense 246 is concerned, team Scottish striking stars have drawn first blood. Looking down the barrel of the gun in a very, very dicey situation in this first round robin league format match here, team Cathedral Knights. Yeah, it's great to see the teams, both the teams sharing positive vibes with each other. The match is being played in the true spirit. Yes, definitely everybody is wanting to win the match, but this game is being played in the right spirit. Vinod on a hat-trick. The man facing him, Aditya Mehta. What a delivery. Not an appeal from the bowler at all. He knew that that ball was going down the leg side, but it was a fantastic delivery first up to a new batsman. An ideal hat-trick delivery. A very successful over for Vinod comes to an end, and once again it's going to be Punjabi to bowl from the combox end with his off-spinners. Ojas, a very experienced player, and he really is marshalling his resources to a nicety. He will try and give an opportunity to all his bowlers so that they get some good useful practice under the belt. This is going to be a long tournament, still early days. So everybody needs to be in touch, everybody needs to stay fit. Military in his line and length, Punjabi. He's got the makings of a good accomplished off spinner, bowling into the business area. This time he's got his man clean bowled. The ball went through the gateway. It really got through the defense. All the 3 wickets that have fallen have been courtesy clean bowled. Wickets are falling like 9 pins here. Somebody needs to stay at the wicket, play some orthodox cricket, build a partnership. At this stage, it is definitely the Scottish striking stars who are really striking gold out here. In comes Ryan Rodrigues at the number 4 spot. That huge score of 246 is really playing on the minds of the batsmen out here. And under pressure, they are playing the false strokes and getting out. A partnership really needs to be built out here. Both these batsmen really need to stay put at the wicket. They cannot afford to lose a wicket at this stage. They really need to take away that score of 246 runs out of their minds. They just need to stay at the wicket, enjoy the cricket, play their natural game. Forget the scoreline for some time at least. The 3 top order batsmen back in the hut, and it is now all up to the middle order and the lower middle order to take the team past the 247 run mark. This is going to be a huge ask. Getting that big front foot forward, smothering whatever spin there was in that delivery. Playing with soft ends, ample time for the batsman to cross over for that single. With that single, the score now moves on to 23. We are into the 5th over, the final over to be bowled by Punjabi. The man on strike is Aditya. Punched away to deep mid-off. End of such a tidy and a successful over from Punjabi. The score at the end of 5 overs is 24 for the loss of 3 wickets. Wickets have fallen at regular intervals and definitely in dire straits at this stage. Aditya on strike. Bowling in the right areas is making this new ball count, is making the players play at all times. Quite the right thing to do. He's just sticking to his basics. He's keeping things simple here, Vinod. Trying to get underneath the ball, not getting the desired elevation, and nevertheless playing it into the deep mid-on area. The single easily taken. With that single, the score now on to 25. A mountain to climb here for the Cathedral Knights. Slightly short in length on this occasion. That's a strong appeal. No, says the umpire. 1 run added in the form of a leg bye. Straight away nodding his head there, the main umpire. Not such a good looking shot, fortunately falling in no man's land. A single taken. Nicely cut away. A man stationed at the point area. A slight fumble resulting in that couple being accomplished quite easily. Once again, a warm welcome to everybody connected with us on YouTube. Good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the inaugural match of the International School Darts Tournament presented by Zooter. We are into season number 5. A total of 28 teams in the fray. The 28 teams have been divided into 7 groups of 4 teams each. Each and every team gets to play a round-robin league match. 3 matches to each team. A total of 68 matches to be played in this format. The quarterfinals and the semi-finals will be played at this very ground. Just to let you know, the 2 finals, that is the grand finale of the Challengers tier and the grand finale of the Champions tier, will be played at the D.Y. Patil ground in Talegaon. And indeed, Zooter will be offering its 5-class hospitality to all the players in Talegaon, to all the 4 teams. That should be a wonderful outing. The 2 finals in the Challengers and the Champions tier. Driven back to the bowler. He's got an interesting run up, the way he wobbles and comes to the bowling crease. That low full toss driven downtown. That single easily taken. The new bowler is Rituraj, bowling from the far end. Tripuraj. Cut away to the deepish covers region. trying to aim for that block hole, that low full toss. Flick of the wrist, playing it to the mid-wicket region. Nicely placed at this stage. The Scottish striking stars in a comfort zone. Just going through the motions at this stage. The big shots have dried. Lofted towards the wide-ish mid-off region. One bounce into the hands of the man posted in the deep. End of a reasonably good over from Tripuraj. In the first half.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, check. So 246 is what they're supposed to get, and brilliant start by striking strikers. Cathedral Knights, the first match not going their way, but they still have a couple of matches to make a comeback. Remember, this tournament comprises of 28 teams divided into 7 groups. These are the group stages, and this is the inaugural match. And the striking stars have struck the right chords and begin this tournament with a huge bang. 2 centurions, I would say almost a centurion, because even to get a 50 or a 60 is as good as getting a century in a T20 match. In generally, when we talk of T20s, we do not talk of half centuries or centuries, we even talk of 30s. So even a 30 is more important. So imagine 2 players in a match, in an innings, getting to hundreds. So 199, which is almost an 100. So Karan Chuk and Ojas starting off this tournament brilliantly, and Karan was hitting sixes for fun. He was like hitting almost every part, square leg, mid wicket, even straight down the ground. Only part he actually missed out was in covers. So almost everywhere he was trying to hit those boundaries and sixes, and he was looking effortless. Maybe he missed out on a few braces. He just took so singles, just strolled, and that's the reason we say every run is important. He missed out on his century just by a single. and maybe have slightly slowed down as it came to the latter part of the innings where he was trying to hit the ball very hard. And that's the underlying thing actually one needs to remember. It's not always the power, it has to be timing in cricket. Or help you? over. The score is just 61. That was more of par, and when you look at OG's inning, it was all around the wicket. Leader end of 9 runs to win in 7 overs.
Tosh, that was my fellow commentator. This is your host and host, Nishat Kora, now in charge of the mic. The inaugural match of the fifth season of the International School Dads Tournament. Each and every year, the event seems to be getting bigger and better. This is such a unique platform presented by Zoota to all the aspiring cricketers who have crossed that age of 35-40 years. Quite a few players have really got back to the game courtesy. The grand finale will be played for two groups. Two teams will qualify from the challengers group and two teams will qualify from the champions group. The two grand finals will be played at Talegaon. Match, the Cathedral Knight Riders versus the Scottish Striking Stars. Mount 47. To make sure that they play out their quota of 20 overs, because that net run rate could really be the deciding factor as we move towards the quarterfinals and the semi-finals. So you always got to keep an eye on the net run rate as far as the round robin league format is concerned. Never mind even if you're losing the match, but you still got to make sure that your net run rate does not go down drastically. So there's no chance that you would like all your batsmen to come back to the hut. That will really be disastrous as far as the net run rate is concerned. इस इंटरनेशनल स्कूल डैट्स टूर्नामेंट का एक शानदार आगाज़ हुआ है. आप सोचिए कि अगर शुरुआत इतनी बेहतर है तो आगे जाकर किस तरह का बेहतरीन अंजाम हम सभी को देखने को मिलेगा. इस वक्त स्थिति काफ़ी प्रतिकूल है टीम कैथेड्रल नाइट्स के लिए, लेकिन इस विपरीत परिस्थिति को मात देकर जीत की तरफ बढ़ना होगा, तब जाके चैंपियन टीम बनने योग्यता होगी। गेंदबाजी का भार संभाले हुए त्रिपुरा कॉम्बॉक्स एंड की तरफ से इस वक्त अब गेंदबाजी करते हुए स्ट्राइक पर है रायन। बहुत ही बढ़िया शॉट, तगड़ा शॉट, कोई मौका नहीं कि कोई भी फील्डर उस गेंद के नीचे आ सके। छक्का निकला रायन के बल्ले से, ठीक तरह से गेंद के नीचे आ सके। बहुत ही बढ़िया टाइमिंग, सटीक शॉट। रायन अब बिल्कुल सेट हो चुके हैं और एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन योगदान करते हुए अपने टीम के लिए। इसी शानदार मोमेंटम में आगे बढ़ते रहना होगा टीम कैथेड्रल नाइट्स ने। कोशिश यही होनी चाहिए कि कम से कम लक्ष्य के करीब तो बिल्कुल आए। फिर से एक बार सुनील पंजाबी को गेंद थमाई है ओजस मेहता ने। आज एक शानदार सेंचुरी हम सभी को देखने को मिली ओजस मेहता के बल्ले से, और एक शानदार 99 अनबीटन रन्स की इनिंग्स हम सभी ने करण के बल्ले से देखने को हमें मिला। और दुर्भाग्यवश करण 99 पर नॉट आउट रहे। आज काफी माइलस्टोन्स सेट हुए, पहले हाफ में काफी रिकॉर्ड्स टूटे, नया इतिहास रचा ओजस मेहता और करण चुग ने। वाकई में ओजस मेहता अपने टीम का वो विक्रमादित्य तीर है जिससे दुश्मन को धाराशायी किया जा सकता है। जबरदस्त शानो शौकत वाले खिलाड़ी है ओजस मेहता। दूसरी तरफ करण चूग भी अपने टीम के लिए एक नायाब हीरा है। इस इंटरनेशनल स्कूल डैड्स टूर्नामेंट सीजन 5 का यूनिक फॉर्मेट डिजाइन किया है जूटर ने, जिसके चलते कुल मिला के 28 टीम्स ने इस टूर्नामेंट में पार्टिसिपेट किया है। और इन 28 टीमों को हम लोगों ने डिवाइड किया है 7 ग्रुप्स में, हर ग्रुप में 4 टीम्स, यानी कि हर टीम को कम से कम 3 राउंड रॉबिन लीग मैचेस खेलने का अवसर प्राप्त होगा। अच्छी टाइमिंग, 1 बाउंस मयूर के हाथ में, केवल एक ही रन से संतुष्ट होना होगा। उस एक रन के साथ रन संख्या बढ़कर अब 80 रनों पर जा पहुंची है। एक अच्छी साझेदारी इस वक्त पनपती हुई रायन और आदित्य के बीच। इसी मोमेंटम में आगे बढ़ते रहना होगा। कैथेड्रल नाइट्स ने फाइट बैक करना होगा, एक वापसी का रास्ता तलाशना होगा। स्टेप आउट होकर खेल गए थे, बेहतरीन स्टंपिंग चांस, कोई गलती नहीं की। एक बहुत ही अच्छी इनिंग्स खेलने के बाद आदित्य मेहता अब पेविलियन का रुख करते हुए जो 247 रनों का बड़ा लक्ष्य इस वक्त जहन में है, उस लक्ष्य के चलते बल्लेबाज गलतियां करता हुआ 4 टॉप ऑर्डर बैट्समैन पेविलियन में अब वापस जा चुके हैं। पूरा दारोमदार अब रायन रॉड्रिक्स और आने वाले बल्लेबाज पर निर्भर। रायन रॉड्रिक्स के लिए एक बहुत ही अच्छी शुरुआत प्राप्त हुई है और इसी तरह से बिल्कुल आगे बढ़ते रहना होगा। रायन रॉड्रिक्स ने कम से कम 18 से 19वें ओवर तक विकेट पे डटे रहना होगा, क्योंकि एक आखिरी आशा की किरण के रूप में इस वक्त रायन रॉड्रिक्स सेंटर पिच पर मौजूद। उस स्टंपिंग के चलते क्रीज से दामन छूटा आदित्य का पेविलियन में वापस। इस वक्त इस टूर्नामेंट के साथ जुड़े हुए हमारे सभी YouTube के श्रोताओं का मैं जूटर की तरफ से तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूं। इसी तरह से आपका साथ और स्नेह पूरे टूर्नामेंट के दरमियान, पूरी सीजन के दरमियान हमारे साथ बना रहे, ऐसी गुजारिश करता हूं। बिल्कुल आपको ये आश्वासन देता हूं कि तगड़ा क्रिकेट आपको देखने को मिलेगा हर वक्त हर पल। बेहतरीन सुविधाएं यहाँ पर जूटर ने सभी टीम्स को उपलब्ध कराई है। बेहतरीन ग्राउंड, स्मार्ट apparels, superb facilities, live YouTube coverage. रायन रॉड्रिक्स ने इस बात में कोई संदेह नहीं है कि अपना आक्रामक रंग पेश किया है, लेकिन किसी एक बल्लेबाज ने बखूबी साथ निभाना होगा रायन रॉड्रिक्स का। बहुत ही मंजे हुए गेंदबाज है, काफी अनुभवी गेंदबाज है पंजाबी, और आज शुरू से ही अच्छी लय में नजर आए हैं। लगातार अपनी फिटनेस पे काम करते, बड़ी शिद्दत से अपने क्रिकेट को खेलते हैं, बहुत ही पैशनेट क्रिकेटर है। आज का ये मैच इस सीजन का ओपनिंग मैच, इंटरनेशनल स्कूल डेट्स टूर्नामेंट का ये इनॉग्रल मैच, एक बेहतरीन शुरुआत हुई है। जिस तरह से स्कॉटिश स्ट्राइकिंग स्टार्स ने बल्लेबाजी करते हुए एक नया विक्रम स्थापित किया है। वाकई में जो 28 टीम्स इस वक्त मैच को देख रही है, उन सभी टीम प्लेयर्स में एक नया जज्बा बिल्कुल जागरूक हुआ होगा। चलिए अब फार एंड की तरफ से गेंदबाजी का भार संभाले हुए विनोद को अपने पहले ओवर में ही 2 सफलता उनके हाथ लगी थी। जैसे कि मैंने पहले ही बताया कि ओजस मेहता एक बहुत ही तगड़े निकल रहे हैं। 4 मैचेस मेलबर्न में उनकी टीम खेलेगी, थोड़ा सा रेस्ट करेगी, फिर आगे जाएगी, दूसरी सिटी में भी अपने मैचेस खेलेंगे। ओजस ने प्रोफेशनल क्रिकेट खेला हुआ है, प्रवीण तांबे हो, एबी कुरुविला हो, इन सारे डोमेस्टिक जायंट्स के साथ अपने क्रिकेट को खेला है ओजस ने, और इस डैट्स टूर्नामेंट का एक अहम हिस्सा। लेंथ गेंद केवल वर्क किया कलाई के सहारे, स्क्वेयर लेग के क्षेत्र में बड़ी आसानी से अपना रन प्राप्त किया। उस 1 रन के साथ रन संख्या बढ़कर अब 283 पर 83 फॉर 4। रनों का एक विशाल लक्ष्य स्थापित किया है स्कॉटिश स्ट्राइकिंग स्टार्स ने, और जवाबी कार्रवाई में इस वक्त कैथेड्रल नाइट्स की पारी बिल्कुल लड़खड़ा हो चुकी है। इस वक्त 4 विकेट खोकर 83 रन्स बनाए हैं। और एक विकेट प्राप्त हुआ, तीसरा विकेट मिलता हुआ विनोद को। काफी सटीक गेंदबाजी की है, नपीतुली गेंदबाजी की है, एक बहुत ही शानदार शुरुआत विनोद के लिए। पहले ही मैच में अच्छी रिदम पाए हुए है, ये अच्छा संकेत है स्कॉटिश स्ट्राइकिंग स्टार्स के लिए कि उनकी गेंदबाजी की एक अहम कड़ी बहुत ही लाजवाब फॉर्म में नजर आती हुई। पांच विकेट्स गिर चुके हैं कैथेड्रल नाइट्स के लिए। इस वक्त परिस्थिति बहुत ही प्रतिकूल, इस प्रतिकूल परिस्थिति को अनुकूल परिस्थिति में परिवर्तित करने की एक कोशिश करनी होगी, जद्दोजहद करना होगा। इस वक्त पलड़ा काफी भारी स्कॉटिश स्ट्राइकिंग स्टार्स का पलड़ा काफी हद तक भारी है। इस वक्त विजय रथ पर सवार हो चुकी है स्कॉटिश स्ट्राइकिंग स्टार्स की टीम। हालांकि कुछ क्रिकेट खेलना जरूर बाकी है, लेकिन बड़ी तेजी से जीत की तरफ बढ़ती हुई स्कॉटिश स्ट्राइकर्स टीम इस पूरे टूर्नामेंट में एक मजबूत दावेदार टीम होगी, इस बात में कोई संदेह नहीं है। क्योंकि एक लंबा अरसे तक चलने वाला टूर्नामेंट है, तो आपको बिल्कुल फिट रहना होगा, आपको फोकस्ड रहना होगा। स्ट्राइक पर अब प्रणय जैन, लेफ्ट हैंडेड बैट्समैन, सामना करेंगे विनोद का। विनोद गेंदबाजी करते हुए फार एंड की तरफ से अब तक 3 विकेट्स उनके खाते में दर्ज हो चुकी है। अच्छी गेंद, फुल लेंथ डिलीवरी, बिल्कुल अच्छी रिदम में गेंदबाजी करते हुए, सकारात्मक बॉडी लैंग्वेज भी दर्शाते हुए, लगातार हर गेंद के साथ बल्लेबाजों को प्रश्न चिन्ह पूछते हुए, चेंज इन पेस, गति में परिवर्तन किया तो लो फुल टॉस में उस गेंद को कन्वर्ट किया प्रणय ने, पुल कर दिया मिड विकेट के रीजन में। केवल एक ही रन से संतुष्ट होना होगा। बड़ी धीमी गति से अब रन संख्या बढ़कर केवल 84 रनों पर, 84 रन 5 विकेट के नुकसान पर। बिल्कुल एक ऐसी स्थिति आन पड़ी है कि अब बिल्कुल माउंट एवरेस्ट तय करना होगा यहां पर कैथेड्रल नाइट्स ने। थोड़ा सा ऑकवर्ड बाउंस, सटीक तरीके से गेंद के ऊपर आए, केवल दिशा दी डीपिश गली में, वहां पर कप्तान स्वयं मौजूद, केवल 1 रन की बढ़त। इस मैच के पहले हाफ में हम लोगों ने देखा कि बिल्कुल रनों का सैलाब वहां पर दर्शाया गया था ओजस मेहता और करण चुग के माध्यम से। ओजस ने अपनी सेंचुरी मुकम्मल की और दूसरे जो बल्लेबाज थे करण, उन्होंने 99 रन्स की अनबीटन इनिंग्स खेली। थोड़ा सा अजीब और गरीब शॉट, बाहरी किनारा लेकर गेंद शॉट थर्ड मैन की तरफ। बहुत ही बढ़िया शॉट, गगनचुंबी शॉट, सीमा रेखा के पार बड़ी स्टाइल में बाउंड्री रोप को क्लियर किया है। Just what the doctor ordered with that blazing six. The score now on to 103, 104. His battle is holding foot. He's playing a crucial innings, but nobody's given him good enough company. It's been Ryan to fight the battle on his own. The team gets
last over.
Well, a warm welcome and here's wishing both the captains the very best and may you guys have a fruitful season. And who's going to flip the coin? It's going to be Anis to flip the coin and the call will be taken by the Golden Stallions. Here we go. It's toss time. Heads is the call and it is tails. Anis, you have won the toss. So what's your decision going to be like?
We bat.
They're going to be batting. Why you've decided to bat first?
Because nice looking wicket. It's good to it'll play on and hopefully it'll be good. Let's
And
see
this
if
is
we
your
can-
first match of the tournament,
Yes,
and
it
I'm
is.
sure that your team will be all geared up to play a good game of cricket. How is your team shaping up for this event?
Well, we've been practicing a little bit at the nets. Great, because coming back after this whole period, everybody was quite happy. So everybody is getting back into it. It's great.
Well, and like we have few new players around in our team, so it's a great season. What we look forward.
Each and every year this tournament seems to be getting bigger and
Bigger
better.
and
It's a
bigger,
unique
yes.
format, so I'm sure that you guys are looking forward for this
Definitely,
wonderful format.
It's a great platform, and we guys all have been missing since like their school days, college days. So this is the one of the fantastic platforms.
Yeah, it's a unique format, and here's wishing you all the very best. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the news from the center is that Fazlani United have won the toss and a positive decision first up. They're going to be having a bat first. Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best.
जस्ट गोइंग थ्रू द मोशंस, केवल औपचारिकता बाकी। एक बहुत ही बड़ी जीत यहाँ पर दर्ज हुई है स्कॉटिश स्ट्राइकिंग स्टार्स के लिए। बेहतरीन शुरुआत इस टूर्नामेंट का पहला मैच खेलते हुए। कुल मिला के 3 लीग मैचेस खेलनी होगी इसके पहले के क्वार्टर फाइनल्स, सेमीफाइनल्स और फाइनल शुरू हो। बहुत ही बढ़िया शॉट, काफी समय मिला, बहुत ही जल्दी गेंद की लंबाई को भापा, अच्छी पोजीशन में आए और तगड़ी टाइमिंग। 6 रन्स मिले। उस छक्के के साथ रन संख्या अब बढ़कर 129 रन। 129 रन 5 विकेट के नुकसान पर। Team Scottish Striking Stars for having won their first. Cathedral Knights defeat that they've had to face. Playing their first win league match, a total of 28 teams in the fray. This is a wonderful format. Events company in the city of has really generated a huge response to accommodate all the players wanting to play this tournament. But there is a limit as to how many players we can accommodate, and a total of 28 teams in the fray.